Hey, good morning. What's going on there? Listen, we got 145 incidents over the weekend from Friday to Sunday, and we've got less than 10 minutes to get them over on to you, because otherwise it takes forever. Most of them were parking complaints, so we're not even going to worry about that because we know this is a bad time of year to park anywhere. What with the change in season and the change of the odd-even parking thing, which I think we gave an excellent explanation of. And I'm C. Pembroke Handy, by the way. I'm the little patriotic hangover from Veterans Day Parade yesterday. You might want to go check that slideshow out. So, let's start off here. An officer assisted a citizen who needed a light to locate her keys. Excuse me, officer. You have a light? I'm looking for my keys. Yeah. Caller reported the subject yelling outside. Subject was moved along. Okay. A writer, W-R-I-T-E-R, received a parking complaint. You know, writers have enough on their minds. Leave them alone. A citizen reported his vehicle stolen from a location. Okay? North Plain Street. Okay, a little while later we have a vehicle left as officer was arriving. This vehicle was the stolen vehicle from case 09-15062. Units checked the area and were unable to locate the vehicle. But it wasn't the same vehicle as the one that was stolen. Sorry, I wish it was all nice and neat and fit like that. It was a different stolen vehicle. Shoplifter in custody. Courtesy escort. We don't know what the courtesy was about or why. I got a courtesy escort once. It was very nice. I needed it. Report of an aggravated harassment at Day Street. Report of a subject acting erratically. Don't act erratically. Erratically. A complainant reports that a friend used drugs in his apartment and left paraphernalia behind, and advice from the police was rendered and the paraphernalia was destroyed. Friends these days, the blurry boundaries there. Report of two subjects throwing eggs at cars and houses on Cascadilla Street. Still throwing the eggs. Can't put Halloween behind you, can you? Still tossing the eggs around. Report of an unknown object thrown through the window of a home. We don't know what it was. It just came in through the bay window and I just landed on the floor and just stayed there. Loud party complaint. Subject was arrested. Pop the motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. Sorry, I'm a little carried away this morning. A driver was arrested for DWI. Okay, well, we know all about that. Officers assisted Bangs Ambulance on a call for an emotionally disturbed subject over on 3rd Street. We hope that person got the help that they needed. An officer collected a found wallet. There's a suspicious circumstance involving probable misplacement of a wallet on Abbott Lane. Someone checked on the welfare of a daughter who was reportedly locked out of her residence by the complainant's boyfriend. Okay, so who was the complainant? The mother? The mother complained, so was her boyfriend locked the daughter out? Or is it the daughter's boyfriend and they got this kind of details. Report of a vehicle that hit a pedestrian. The pedestrian was not injured and refused treatment and did not want the driver ticketed. Well, that's Ithaca, huh? Hey, oh, that's alright. That's just a little bruise. Go ahead. I'm not going to sue you for $100,000. Man, there were 3 two-car property damage incidents in a row here. Not much to report about that other than the fact that there were 3 in a row. When they happen in little clusters like that, 1146, 1203, 1244, you want to get off the road. Take a little break. A complainant requested assistance with an unruly subject under her care. Officers assisted the complainant with keeping the subject calm until a co-worker could arrive and smother her with a pillow. State Theater production manager found 2 kids. You never see this. You never see this. 2 kids, the word kids, trying to get on the roof. Both kids turned over to a parent after production manager declined to press charges for trespass. They're just kids. The heck, just trying to get up on the roof. Kids. Officer dispatched to check the welfare of a subject sitting in a chair in the fetal position. Subject left the area was reborn and left the area prior to arrival. That all happened on my favorite Chestnut Street. Officer took a report of a dog bite that occurred earlier in the week. Yeah, would you take a look at this thing? It got the back of my leg. I think it was about Monday or Tuesday sometime. And now it's all infected and swollen and smells funny. Should I have the leg removed? Complainant reports witnessing a vehicle strike a dog and drive away. Officer checked the area and was unable to locate any dog that had been struck by a car. This is after extensive interviews with lots of different dogs, a trip to the dog park. None of the dogs would give over any information. Report of a dog barking for several hours. Officer observed no violations of the city noise ordinance. I don't know. That dog would have gotten a brick in the side of its head if it was in my backyard. Report of a counterfeit $100 bill up on my favorite Chestnut Street. How'd they figure out that it was counterfeit? That's what I want to know. You know, it's not like Chestnut Street is a store. It's a place where people live. Caller reports subject trying to force their way into a neighboring residence. Officers confirmed the subjects were friends of the resident there, and it was all just fun games. A subject was suspected of getting into vehicles at a location, but the officers confirmed that the subject actually was getting into a taxi after his own vehicle broke down. Found wallet was turned into IPD headquarters. Officers assisted people in meditating over a civil issue. Some officers are trained in the arts of meditation, and they'll just sit down with a couple that's having a hard time, and they'll just do sort of like a hum, hum. And when you do that for a few minutes with an officer of the law in his uniform, it has a settling effect. Okay, officer received property found by another person. Okay, we're getting down there. I don't know if we're going to beat the 10-minute thing. Officer responded for a report of a hit and run on Seneca and Fulton. That's the only thing interesting on that page. Officer responded to a report of an alarm at a pump house location, one of the pump houses, that pump water. The water department was notified of the problem. I've never heard a pump house alarm go off before. Officers responded for a report of subjects throwing firecrackers on the road, but the subjects were gone upon officers' arrival. Caller stated that someone parked in the car park share space, and the officer issued a ticket. The Groton PD requested assistance and sent their man back to Groton. Yeah. Well, there was another one where there was a report of an opossum acting strangely, and when the cops got there, they realized it was a rat. It wasn't a possum, and the rat was definitely acting strangely. It attacked the officer's boot, but before the officer could do anything about it, the rat took off and went down a storm grate. And that's the news for today. Thanks for checking in with us. We'll be back just as soon as we get some more news to be back with.